Hello, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Layo Awojobi, lead pastor at Ethekers International Ministry. I want to speak to you about a subject I'm highly passionate about. I've titled it, Is There One Person I Must Marry? This is a question I've heard people ask again and over. It's a conversation that scares people's interest in the public space. People say, is there just one person that God has created that you must marry? Or is there? And people ask those kind of questions. Or the funny part is, people often ask, can I just marry anybody? If anybody seems compatible with me, can I just marry that person? Let's look at the scriptures and find out if there's anything that answers to that question. So let's look at Galatians 24, Genesis 24. I want us to look at verse 14. This speaks to this subject. It says, now let it be that the young woman to whom I say, please let down your pitcher that I may drink. And she says, drink, and I will also give your camels a drink. Let her be the one you have appointed for your servant Isaac. The background to this story is Abraham had sent the oldest servant or the most senior servant in his house to go get a wife for his son Isaac. And this guy, understanding the sensitivity of the assignment that Abraham had given him, he prayed and said, God, let the woman who I would ask to marry, let the one that will come out and I'll say, give me water and give the camels water as well. Let her be the one you have. Hear the word he used. Let her be the one you have appointed for your servant Isaac. The word appointed in that scripture in the Hebrew is yakal. Yakal means to have made a decision that this is appropriate. When you talk about appointment, understand that an appointment is not like an election. In an election, you bring a number of candidates and then people select from those people which one is most suitable. In an appointment, it's different. In an appointment, a person is called upon. A certain person is called upon on the basis of the fact that they have a specialty, they have an understanding of the job that is required to be done. And so, listen to me. Rachel was single-handedly picked by God for Isaac. That's what the Bible tells us. So, when you ask, is there a person that God has designed for me to marry? The answer is yes. Oh wow. I'm sorry to bust the bubble, but that's what it really is. And I'm going to show you. Did you know that there is no other person like you in the world? And that's why our fingerprints work, because they are unique. Now, let me tell you how important that is. Did you know that to create you, the genes required to create you were only resident in two different people? Your mother and your father. Your mother had, uniqueness. Your father had his uniqueness as well. And they came together and produced it. Do you know that only those two people could have produced you? So hear me. God wanted you to be produced. In producing you, there were only those two people who could have come together and they'd have produced you. If your father had intercourse with some other woman, they couldn't have produced you. So God knew the two people that were necessary to produce you. So hear me. There is indeed one person that you should marry. What we need to do is to find out in God's will who that person is. And He's able to guide us to that place where you can find the person and be connected. I encourage you. If God really knows the hair on your head, He knows who you should marry. Focus on Him and you will discover the blessing. God bless you.
Your love makes me revive.